Hello everybody, I toast to you and all you do. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Many blessings. So we have the full moon coming up. We have Mercury in retrograde right now. I'll just make a little brief note about that. If you're on my channel often, you'll see I talk about this a lot. Mercury in retrograde doesn't have to be the end of the world. Mercury is just really good at pointing out the problem. So just know that when you're running into problems, Mercury is just pointing them out for you. It's not the end of the world. So the full moon coming up is in Aquarius, and it is on the 11th, so Thursday. So I guess let's talk a little bit about the moon in Aquarius and the energy of Aquarius. And this is the dark moon. So first, the dark moon is a time when the crone energy is the strongest. This is a time of internal work, working with the energies that, like the wiser energies, the slower moving energies, and sometimes the more blunt energies of all of the divine energies. I think a lot of people are intimidated by working with crone energies or sage energies or the dark gods and goddesses, because there's like this fear of that. And some of that I think comes from the fact that a lot of them are just more blunt. They're less like, let me hold your hand and help you walk through this. They're more like, bam, here's what's wrong. And kind of like Mercury in retrograde. So that energy will probably be really strong with this next moon. It's also coming with the energy of Aquarius. So what we have, gotta pull out my notes. Like I said, you don't memorize everything. It's not worth it. There's not enough room in your brain. Memorize the things that fascinate you. Take notes about the things that are hard to remember. And then when you see it, it just triggers it in your brain. Like all I had to see is, for dream work. So Aquarius, when we think of the sign, the astrology zodiac sign of Aquarius, it is the water bearer. This picture in the sky is the overflowing vessel of water. And so it flows forth with this like creative, transformative energy. It also is in tune with dream work, intuitive nature, psychic stuff. Water, obviously, it's associated with water, mysteries and secrets, and kind of delving into that. So it's coming into one of those darker astrological signs. And in combination with the dark moon, you're going to get that energy of like the wise grandmother goddess who, she's the one that went and fetched water. She's the one that nursed the children and took care of everybody and is there to help. But Aquarius is also masculine. It's not a feminine, watery angle. So it's going to help to balance that energy. So it's not just the mother. It's also the combination of both masculine and feminine and that balance. So you're going to get a more balanced wisdom through this. That makes this a really great time for you to do dream work. Dream pillows are really fun. You can just, and it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be over a sewer. You can just get a bag, like a cloth bag, the ones we get our stones in, and stuff it with herbs and pull the little drawstring, and those are great. Let's see. This is also a great time to like banish away unhealthy habits. So if you have if you're trying to quit smoking, or if you're trying to move on past something or get over something, cleanse something away, this energy is great for that. And it's also extra good for that because it's the dark moon. You can use that energy as a wash away the old and start the new moon fresh with this fresh energy. Which I think a lot of times we forget about the dark moon and it being that. I think sometimes people are intimidated by the dark moon because they're like, oh, don't do magic at this time. It's just more specific on the type of magic that you do, and know that this is more like doing magic with Tyr than this is doing magic with Thor. And Tyr is the god of justice, and he stuck his hand in the wolf's mouth because that's what had to be done, and there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He does what's right and just at the end of the day. And that's the energy that you get during the dark moon. Whereas during the full moon, it would be closer to that energy of Thor, where you're getting, I just ironically was like, I'm using gods instead of goddesses. Anyways, but you're getting that protective, powerful energy, but it's more like whimsical, powerful, like, yes, I am the noble knight and I will always protect you. And so it's that kind of difference in energy between the dark and the full moon. And so that can be kind of intimidating. And I think some people are just kind of put off by that. They're like, well, I want help. I don't want it to be, you know, crazy justice, like, So, but it doesn't have to be so harsh. You can call on to that more maternal grandmother energy, more flowing energy, and reflective. It's also a really highly reflective time, and especially with the Aquarius, and that's why dream magic at this time is really going to be potent. You might notice that you're having really vivid dreams that are like, oh, what is going on? It's telling you a story. It's, you know, it's doing something. And so make sure that you write those dreams down. They're probably telling you something. You're probably getting that message from the ether. I think that's it. So if you have any questions about the dark moon in Aquarius or about moon magic in general, let me know. Don't forget to, you could just do it right here in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And many blessings on your full moon. I hope that you have a great, dark moon, not full moon. I hope you have a great dark moon and that all is well. Many blessings.